Here's game 2 Sigvald, a really powerful melee combatant. Some outright consider them OP. Right here we have him on Ultra Unit scale for a bit of stat comparison, with Heroic Killing Blow for that 50% weapon damage increase, Stand or Die and Slippery combined for that 48 melee defense, combined with Immune to Psychology, Perfect Vigor, his Auric Armor healing, and also his elite melee stats. He will hold till the end of the world, carrying entire games on his back. One would think that with Prince Sigvald's insane tankiness in multiplayer in Game 2, CA would tune down his abilities a little bit, but no, it seems CA wants to buff him all through the roof with only a mere 250 gold increase. At 1900 gold, you can get him with all the good stuff from before, and on top of that, there is some additional stuff that CA gave him. At first glance, the Mortal Blow seems to be a weaker version of the Heroic Killing Blow, and thus it's a nerf, but wait, look down, and there is the Sliver Slash. Not only is it the exact same thing with the 50% weapon damage increase, it also imbues magic attacks to bypass physical resistance, and on top of that, it imbues armor sundering, giving Sigvald the ability to lower enemies' armor, making his lack of armor-piercing weapon strength no longer an issue. That's not even the end of it. Despite taking away that melee defense from the Stand or Die, now Sigvald, being marked by Slaanesh, I don't even know what to call them. Sigvald now has 10% physical resistance. He is even tankier than before. Not only that, there's a healing overhaul, right? So, from before, you only get 8 HP heals per second from the Auric Armor, but now you're getting 0.2% from the healing, so that translates into 10 HP per second in Ultra Unit scale. Of course, in large unit scale, it will be slightly less than what they have before, but right now with every multiplayer game in Ultra Unit scale, Sigvald is indeed receiving more heals than ever before. One last thing, Sigvald right now is even more terrifying as a duelist, not only because of the insane weapon strength, almost 1000, compared to in Game 2 where you're only getting 780 max. But now there's also this thing, Paragon of Excess, lowering melee attack from surrounding units. So basically, you are almost impossible to hit Sigvald now once his Slippery is active, greatly compensating the loss of Stand or Die. To put all this into perspective, here's a replay courtesy from Mr. Tufo, where Sigvald starts engaging a full health Volkswagen at 6 minutes 50 seconds. You can see that despite the Volkswagen having quite a thick HP pool and heavy armor, Sigvald with all his buffs active still managed to take out huge chunks of his health with every single blow. And now not even 20 seconds have passed since the two units collided. Volkmar is already at half health, over 3000 HP has been taken away from him. If Sigvald was OP before, at this point he's straight up broken. Having a cheap tanky lord is one thing, but having a cheap tanky lord that can slaughter everything in his path, that's a whole level of BS. I know this series is called 1 Minute Tactics and I'm overrunning like crazy, but seriously, the Sigvald problem deserves this kind of attention. Remember, Sigvald is much cheaper than all the other so-called legendary duelists, like for example Tyrion, and also Sigvald is much more effective in actual combat. This guy is essentially a one-man army that needs a nerf, and he needs a nerf fast. But before any nerf arrives, it is foreseeable that we'll be seeing him in multiplayer rather frequently.